All right, welcome back. Now, previously I told you about word-to-vec. Okay, I told you about the theoretical understanding of word-to-vec, and then we also saw the practical implementation of that, how it is done in Python using Gensim. Okay, so there's something that I did not tell you, which is the technique that it is actually using in generating all those word embeddings. Okay, so we have two techniques over there, or two methods that word-to-vec use, which is called CBOW, right? And then Skip-Gram. Okay, CBOW is nothing but continuous bag of words. So we have already learned about bag of words, right? Word-to-vec based on that, right? Build on top of that. And what you use is what is referred to as continuous bag of words. Okay, continuous bag of words. All right. And then the other method that they use is referred to as Skip-Gram. Okay. So let me actually let's try to understand what these two means. Okay, that is Skip-Gram and then the continuous bag of words, right? Which we shorten to CBOW. All right. So we're going to take this simple sentence over here, right? Which is saying it was a cat that made all the noise. Okay, it was a cat that made all the noise. So that's basically the entire sentence. Okay, it was a cat that made all the noise. All right. So in CBOW we have what is called n-gram. All right, we have what is called n-gram. Right. Earlier on, I introduced you to what n-gram is, and if you have watched the language modeling video, you should also be able to understand what n-gram is. Okay, I'll give you a link to watch the language modeling, which is one of the most important concepts that we have when it comes to NLP. Okay, so if you have not watched that, I urge you to watch it. Okay, so n-gram here means the number of grammar, the number of gram. N is the number, and then gram means grammar. Okay, so here we are considering 2 gram. Okay, we're considering 2 gram. Okay, we have bigram, trigram, and so on and so forth. Okay, you can have 2 gram, 3 gram, 4 grams, and so on. Okay, here we are considering 2 gram, meaning that we're gonna pick a focus word. So here our focus word is cat, and then we are considering 2 words before the cat and 2 words after the cat. Okay, so here the 2 words before the cat will be was and then and then 2 words after the cat will be that and made. Okay, now what continuous bag of words or CBOW will try to do is that given the word was, can we predict cat? Okay, given the word was, can we predict cat? Given the letter can we predict the word cat? So that's basically what is happening over here. So we have and then we are predicting the cat. We have that right after the focus word. We have that. So can we predict cat? We have made over here. Can we predict cat? Okay, that's what CBOW is actually trying to do. Okay, now when it comes to Skip-Gram, we try to base on the contextual word. That is the contextual word here that we chose as cat, and then try to predict the surrounding words. Okay, so in this case, as I said, we're basing on the contextual word. Okay, and then we choose say 2 gram. That is 2 words plus or minus. Okay, so in this case, we say that given cat, can we predict air? Given cat, can we predict was? Okay, given cat, can we predict was? Given cat, can we predict air? Given cat, can we predict that? Given cat, can we predict made? Okay, so it's kind of an opposite. Okay, here given was, can we predict cat? Given air, can we predict cat? Okay, we use the surrounding words to try to predict the focus word. And with Skip-Gram, we use the focus word to try to predict the surrounding words. Okay, we use the focus word to try to predict the surrounding words. Okay, like that. Okay, so basically that's what we do when it comes to Skip-Gram. Okay, let's visualize this thing and then see how it is. Okay, so this is how it is. So we say that here we basing on the surrounding words. Okay, we have the surrounding words, and then we try to predict the focus words that is supposed to be here. So here we've taken the focus word out, right? But we want to base on these surrounding words and then use some sort of predictors over here, right? Which here it can be something like say softmax. Okay, it can be something like say softmax, and then based on that we predict the focus word. Okay, so here we are predicting the cat, right? So was what should come here, right? And then that made. Okay, if we know these surrounding words, can we predict what is supposed to be here? So that's what CBOW will try to do. Okay, but for Skip-Gram, we have the focus word, and then we try to base on the focus word to predict the surrounding words. Okay, so that's kind of an opposite. Okay, kind of an opposite thing over here. All right. So here we will have several say softmax over here. So maybe x1 softmax 1, softmax 2, softmax 3, softmax 4. Okay, and all these are going to predict, these s1, s2 are just going to predict their respective words over here. Okay, so based on this one, we have softmax 1, softmax 2, softmax 3, softmax 4, and then we'll be able to predict that. Okay, we'll be able to predict these kind of words, right? But here we have the surrounding words, and then we predict the the focus word with just one softmax. Okay, unlike here, we can have several softmax to predict the surrounding words, okay, respectively. So that's the two things that you need to know. That is CBOW and Skip-Gram. All right. So now we're going to consider the glove. Okay, we're going to consider the glove model as well. All right.